Oh, y'all, we got breaking news. A federal judge just dismissed Frumpy Dump's trumped up charges against Attorney General Letitia James and former FBI Director James Comey, ruling that Frumpy Dump's Crackerjack Box U.S. Attorney from the GED section, Lindsay Halligan, was unlawfully appointed. Y'all, let's get into this. This is breaking, so it's brand new. Okay, so I got a little bit of the receipt. This is what the judge wrote in the opinion. On October 9, 2025, Lindsay Halligan, a former White House aide with no prior prosecutorial experience, appeared before a federal grand jury in the Eastern District of Virginia, having been appointed interim U.S. attorney by the Attorney General just 2 weeks before. Ms. Halligan secured a two-count indictment charging New York Attorney General Letitia James with bank fraud and making false statements to financial institutions. Ms. James now moves to dismiss the indictment on the grounds that Ms. Halligan, the sole prosecutor who presented the case to the grand jury, was unlawfully appointed in violation of the Constitution's appointment clause. As explained below, I agree with Ms. James that the Attorney General's attempt to install Ms. Halligan as interim U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia was invalid. And because Ms. Halligan had no lawful authority to present the indictment, I will grant Ms. James' motion to dismiss the indictment without prejudice. And here are some reasons. The appointment of Ms. Halligan as interim U.S. Attorney violated the Appointments Clause of the U.S. Constitution. All actions flowing from Ms. Halligan's defective appointment, including securing and signing Mr. Comey's indictment, were unlawful exercises of executive powers and hereby set aside. The Attorney General's attempts to ratify Ms. Halligan's actions were ineffective and are hereby set aside. So Attorney General Letitia James and James Comey's attorneys argued that the 120-day period that an interim U.S. attorney is allowed to serve prior to confirmation from the Senate or approval from the district court had already expired when Halligan took the position. With this being said, Halligan was unlawfully appointed and the judge agreed with them. Child, that shit was quick, wasn't it? The judge said, get that shit on out of here. Now, y'all know Frumpy Dump's Crackerjack Box DOJ is going to try to appeal this all the way to the Supreme Court. It's going to be very interesting to see how this situation plays out. Now, for FBI Director James Comey, it's really going to be interesting because they only have a limited window of time before they can bring these charges again because they were dismissed without prejudice, meaning they can't be brought again. But the statute of limitations is quickly approaching in his case. So, y'all, I want to know what y'all think. Child, I knew it. They going up against some giants, baby, especially Attorney General Letitia James. She don't play no games. Y'all put your thoughts. This double D mother. They go put a crackerjack box against a pit bull.